Ironically, on this fish rescue, we've just driven past the local maidenhead. What's up, fishy people? It's Simon from SL30 Aquatics. This week's video was meant to be a how-to for beginners on water testing for your aquarium, but the craziest thing happened on Sunday that I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to gather some footage and share it with you. So I see on a Facebook fish page on Sunday night about 9 o'clock a guy who's really desperate to rehome some fish. So I am off to rescue / rehome some fish. The posting for it said cories and tetras amongst some other things, so hopefully there'll be a nice addition to some of the tanks I've got here. Anyway, so I go and pick up these fish and drive an hour into the Somerset countryside. Get to this place about 10:15 at night. Pitch black, little village. When I open the door, he sort of thrusts this washing up bowl full of freezer bags at me. There's tons of fish in there. And I was so shocked that I forgot to film in landscape, so apologies for that. But here's the footage I got. So I've just picked these fish up. I didn't want to film inside the guy's house. But as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ziploc freezer bags in a washing up bowl. Honestly, I'm not even sure what I've got. I know there's some Plecos in there, some Tetra, some cories. Numbers or state I've got no idea about, so I'm going to get them home and then we'll figure out what I've got. It's 10:15 at night now, so it's going to be a long night, I think. As you can tell by my voice, I'm quite surprised and actually pretty shocked. So I'm going to get them home as quick as I can and let them out of these freezer bags. So I'm 5 minutes into the journey already, and it's already pretty tough. The washing up bowl that they're in isn't big enough. Well, isn't big enough full stop, but isn't tall enough to keep the water in for the motion of the car. The other thing is the sat-nav's chosen some pretty small roads by the looks of it. I was in a village about a bit in the middle of nowhere, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over. I brought a bucket with me, so I'm going to transfer the bags of fish into the bucket. So I did really want to capture some of the acclimatizing and sort of not unboxing, but finding out what I had at the time I was doing it. But from getting home and finding what I had, I was just so honestly overwhelmed that what the fish were was so different from the list. And so I was concentrating so hard on doing the research to make sure that I acclimatized these fish properly that I wasn't able to actually capture much at the time. It was 1 AM to 4 AM with my wife asleep in the next room, so setting up a tripod and capturing some good footage wasn't really my priority at that time. So I had 4 rummy nose Tetra, 3 tiger barbs, 2 green tiger barbs, and 1 tinfoil barb, which slightly bigger than the others, but not too bad. Then I get to the last 3 bags, one of which has got a female bristlenose pleco in, fully grown, with 3 fry also in the bag. The second from last bag had a fully grown male bristlenose. And then the last bag, which caught me out the most, had a red-tailed shark in it. So at the time of this, I've got them in quarantine, obviously. They're no idea where they've come from, effectively, so I need to watch them carefully. So I've got the 3 tiger barbs, the 2 green barbs, and the 4 rummy nose Tetra in with the tinfoil barb in 1 quarantine tank. And then the red-tailed shark is in a 25-litre cube tank at the moment. I know that is way too small for him, her, it. But this is the IKEA freezer bag that it was in, and it wasn't even half full. There was less than a litre of water in that, with the getting on for a 6-inch red tail shark. And then again, at the time of filming this, the Bristlenose Plecos are in another tank. They're going to a local fish shop who is a friend of mine, has agreed to take them. He runs a breeding program at the back of his shop, and he's going to add those Plecos to his breeding program. Obviously, for my breeding program, I did consider Bristlenose Plecos, and on paper they were really good because they produce lots of fry, fairly easy, just leave them to it. But last night when I got these fish, that was my first experience of an adult size Bristlenose Pleco, and that is just too big for anything that I've got space in to live a comfortable life, and so at this stage the 2 adult Bristlenose Plecos have got to go. So a bit more like an update video this, but I'll keep everyone updated with how it goes. The larger fish, I suspect, will be rehomed in quite short order, quite soon. But I hope the Barbs and the rummy nose Tetra can be a good addition to the fish room. And yeah, so as I said before, next week's video now will be a how-to for beginners on water tests. If you enjoyed this video, please like or leave a comment below. Subscribe for more content and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on SL30 Aquatics.